Yo! What? Yeah. Okay, I want y'all to know, I literally restarted the whole recording just to hear this beat drop. And to get the whole beat drop in the video for y'all. Hello. Welcome back to some more Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Y'all know me. I'd be excited at this point to just... Every time I like boot up this game and it's time to like play some more Danganronpa, I just want y'all to know I am so turned, and I hope y'all are like, excuse me, holy hell, as turned to watch it as I am to like play it, cause man, hope you all are having a good day, evening, morning, you know, whatever time of day it is, and like, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and yeah, that's it. Other than that, we're gonna jump right back into it and figure out what's going on, because a lot of stuff has happened, so I'm ready to really get told everything. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Use it on that door, Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes! It opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Wait, deadly life off the bat? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. Don't lose your footing. If you were to slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time where being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among the actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made the conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say if it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she had hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. I'm looking back on this again just because it's like I'm looking at the date here, and this is August 20th, 2010.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing there was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
what?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However,
but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
Wanted to take you with him. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would have never had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that was compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Where the fuck are we, dude? Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out at. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so here we are! Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessarily. I was just returning the favor. That's so fucked that you say that, dude, because I totally sold you out at first, man. There's definitely an alternate universe where Makoto, Ao, and Yashihiro all have kids with fucking Ao. Did I say Ao? Yeah, I did say Ao. Makoto, Yashihiro, and Byakuya all have kids with Ao, and Toko dies, or whatever the fuck happened there. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried. Yeah, of course.
So then
let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we really don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the
Shall
gym.
we go?
Let's get going. Alright, let's go. I'm walking over there because I want to see if anybody's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, it's nighttime, so everyone's probably damn, everyone's probably up in the sleepy time right now. Unless the map will tell me. We're just gonna go to the fucking gym. We're just gonna warp over there. Nobody's over there. I thought there was gonna be people. Is there a Monokuma, or is it like somebody that is I have no clue. I still have no clue what the fuck is actually going on right now.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to do. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial up yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as a black and then executed, right? Hey! What are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the black and then tried to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious executionary machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it surely would be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the black end is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying that the black end is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find
That's
some.
right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have came to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love so to inspire.
However,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to
Hey.
convince. If you were trying to execute Makoto right now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can just say we're making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without it proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
what we have to
then I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Mukuro's trial all over again. Only this time, you followed the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. It's time for one last showdown.
One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, and that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? It would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree with your terms. Will you hope win? Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting in. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all of the mysteries that have been buried here. Buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
true.
Than what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to
When
me.
we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just wanted to confirm that is what you said, right? And that is a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations, which would mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope Speak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really just gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. Oh, shit. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym. Dude, this is some wild shit. So is it really going down? Like, are we really just getting down to it, dude? Like, I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. Excuse me. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept it. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the Mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off,
However,
and yet somehow the Mastermind was able to do
in
it.
other words,
But think of it another way. there must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
see,
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you. And yet that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk.
They attempted to kill you instead, who was also not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion. To prove to the point that despair is better than hope, they would have to defeat us in perfect
In other
form.
words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge? Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another chance opened up. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
however,
Anyway, we can't just relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Working together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the
shall
others.
we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Oh boy. Dude, I'm fucking nervous. This game just makes me fucking nervous, man. Kyoko, big nuts. I let my nuts hang, bruh. Just straight up, just as like, fuck the bullshit. I've exposed the game. Eat my dick. Like, oh my god. Just crazy. Man, who is even still alive on this part? We're gonna talk to Toko first. Byakuya is right there. Wake up, Byakuya. Wake up, nigga. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside? Dude, I swear if Toko's in there, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. What if he's in Toko's room? This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. So, I mean, okay. Ow, where you at? This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on. We need to keep looking. Bro, where the fuck is everybody? Yashahiro, bro. This is Hiro's room. Is he inside?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. So everyone just said fuck nighttime tonight. What the fuck? Yo, Kyoko, get us in here. This gate is still locked. Is it really not gonna open up until this is all over? Kyoko, you're with me, bro. Bro, where would they even be at? Can I check on the map? Maybe? Or am I tripping? Oh, I guess I'm tripping. Bathhouse gaming. Bathhouse gaming? Nobody. Oh, because the laptop's not fucking here. This is where I first found Alter Ego, which ended up saving my life. I swear, I will solve the mystery of this school for the sake of my friends that died. Dining hall, maybe. I don't know, dude. I don't know why I have to... Where are they at? Everyone always be chilling in the dining hall whenever it comes down to it. And suddenly, we were greeted with... Excuse the fuck out of me. You again.
Expel 103.2152555.
Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limits. Jeez, what the hell?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah,
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
hey!
you survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived.
Your friends? These are Byakuya and Toko are literally on the left right there, bro. Are you?
Anyway, as soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain everyone what happened with
Yes.
Monokuma. Explain? Explain what?
Hmm.
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
That's the point of redoing it. What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course, it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was the work of the mastermind. It was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying that the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you
You
say?
spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound easy, like I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blacken, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blacken is to be executed. The Mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the Mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last class trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone?
we hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here forever with a master.
I mean, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those other mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of everyone working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his hint. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other
If the
words,
mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. This is not... I thought this was Hina for a second. Then, the mastermind is... There were 15 of us at the beginning. There were 15 of us in the main hall in the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Do I need to continue or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way.
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to all confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're the ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
But
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they had loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Oh shit. He's here.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
True ending mode. No fucking way.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Let's fucking go. I'm turned.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning
In
anyway.
the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then, after making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Yeah, Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey,
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko charged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I really haven't been all that useful. You're fucking absolutely goddamn right about that. You know what? I'm finally glad. Look, here's some character development right here. I'm glad that she's finally fucking admitting that she's done nothing this entire fucking game since we realized that it's the end of the game now. Like, she has done fuck all the entire game. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. Nigga lying. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've been mostly totally useless. So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can figure something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and go do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Indeed. Just me and you. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're gonna do our own searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground, and then we can come back together and share what we have found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, have to uncover the truth by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's and Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in front of the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh my fucking god. It's here. It's here. It's here. Oh my goodness. The end of the fucking game. I'm sorry. Take a bit of a drink there. Wow. Does that mean that their rooms are open? I want to check that real quick. Oh, Taka's room. The door's unlocked, but it has nothing to do with my investigation. No time for... Bruh, no! No! The doors are all unlocked! But I can't go in there! No way. I cannot believe I just got cucked in such a major way, dude. That's fucking crazy. Okay. Oh, Tyler, this is for you. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Let's fucking go. Dude, I've been so... Holy hell. What the fuck? This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up in here or something. Holy shit, dude. Somebody's fucking dead. Oh my god. Jesus, man, there's just blood everywhere. Whoa! This bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. Huh. What the fuck happened, dude? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Is that really in here? We sure about this? Really? That's everything, it seems. What the fuck is going on up here? Then we have the bathrooms. Surely I can go in the woman's bathroom. This is the girl's bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to... Bro, there's literally dead niggas. Oh, what the fuck? We got Egyptian symbols over here. We're gonna check the boys' bathroom at the very fucking least. It's such sensory overload right now because I'm just so... There's nothing in here? Are you joking? Okay? The bathroom is pristine though, mind you. There is nothing wrong with this bathroom. This is freaking me out a little bit. It's not freaking me out, but this is really like... Why is this here? There's so much fucking blood everywhere. Cutting this corner goes over there. We're not gonna go over there yet. We're gonna leave that little cliffhanger. There's a giraffe coming out of a fucking locker here. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for host peaks who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. That's gonna come into play. I feel. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. What about this one? This one's fine. I wonder if I can open this locker. No. Nope. Locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's perfect. It's pretty similar to the card readers for this locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open these. So does that mean... Well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Or that means some of us can do it. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. This must be how you get the locker open. Okay. I will try every locker. Dude, there are random metal plates here. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. These random ass metal plates here definitely means that there is something dealing with that. Looks like this locker is already broken. I wonder if I can open this one. Nope. Not that one either. But this one. Nope. Nope. We've got like 2 more good lockers to try. I don't think this locker's gonna open. Nope. The metal plates on this one. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. And then, oh wait, there isn't another good one. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. Not even bother. Okay, so something's up with this fucking locker. It's weird. It's all fucked up, dude. Like something's whole fucked up with the second floor of this dorm anyway. Okay. Whoa. But this is completely fine. This room doesn't feel like a student's room. It has more of a adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Okay, hi Kyoko. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? I regret it? I mean, could it be the door that's fucking in the wall? This right here. Yeah. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Well, I'm gonna have a little look-see do. So, oh, we can't look at it at all. Well, let's look at the PC. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Whoever used this class, it looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Though we might be able to use some of the info on the Ultimate Despair.
However,
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already
in
know.
other
The
words-
Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever information we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The Ultimate Despair has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. It's multiple niggas. It's not just one. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. So the desk is separate from the PC for some fucking weird reason. What about the chair? A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. I mean, come on now, Makoto, bro. Let's alright. Door time. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
so
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? It's fucking not hidden at all. I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is this is probably made up of letters and or numbers. We really can't go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to
true.
go off of. I looked through all of his paperwork, all of the files on the PC, everything I can think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room that she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
what?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, what? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. I want to see what's in here. There's a present. Oh, no way. Wait, what the fuck? Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not have even been in this room. Her gaze was fixed only on one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Let's talk to her first before we start snooping around. She was right. It was unusual, and she couldn't stop looking at it. No, not just looking, glaring. Open it up! Open it up! Open it up! I want to see what's in it. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? Do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway.
Just don't scream or anything like that, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in that box? It was bones, human bones. It was the last thing I'd ever expect to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we already have, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was just a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I didn't knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around a little bit first. Well, fuck. Kyoko's dad's dead as fuck. Huh? This picture. Oh, it's young Kyoko. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... To find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and headmaster has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look, but I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top, but all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
No.
If he couldn't handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Fuck Kyoko's dad. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then. If you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened the desk drawers and looked inside. I've rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko! I don't need it. If you want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then, I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know I'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a little bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationships you had with your dad. The relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened, what I went through. The problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Bruh, I want to take this fucking e-handbook to the fucking locker room. Like, right now. Is she really okay? Kyoko. It must have been a really complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt that the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak's headmaster. So the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are alive. Everyone else is dead. Sayaka, Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Taka and fucking Hifumi, Celeste, Sakura, even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the only ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. And there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Well, let's go to the fucking, let's go over here. Let's go back over here. Is there a giraffe that's gonna come out the locker since it's fucking, like, since that's what it was fucking doing? I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, no. There's a card reader installed. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers from the second one. You have to use your e-handbook. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my e-handbook, and then, no luck. Maybe it's the only, bruh, wait, but, let's go. Yes, here we go. Yeah, what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency e-handbook and ran that card reader across and beep. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Let's check all the other ones though. I took the emergency handbook and read that across the card reader and looks like the locker open. I'll see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Fuck. Took the emergency handbook. Anything? Nope. Oh, we got something. This thing is practically empty. There is one thing here though. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is, but there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the student here into a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Whoa! He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their geniuses can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Damn, this is Kyoko's shit? This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk with the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Huh. Locker pocketbook has been locker pocketbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. That's fucking crazy. That was this one, right? Okay, that was this one. Is there anything in this one, though? I took the emergency handbook out. Looks like the locker open. Don't see anything. One more right here. I took the emergency hand reader and read it across. Looks like the locker open. See what we got inside. Oh, fuck off. It's Yashihiro shit, dude. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is... oh my... Bro. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and as natural as possible, I picked up one of those notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yashihiro Hagakure. Is this our Yashihiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended class here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. It's getting fucking weird right now, dude. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But, wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Well, we know for sure Yashihiro was here, but the more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in this locker that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. The weirdest fucking shit ever, dude. That is so wild. So there is a possibility that they were here a year ago. Yeah. That does exist. That possibility does exist. Fuck off. That is fucking crazy. Surely their rooms are more relevant now. Oh, Taka's room. The door's unlocked, but it has nothing to do... Okay. Fuck that. We're going to Yashihiro's room, right? This is Hiro's room. I don't have any reason to want to go inside. Bro, that's a lie. This gate's up, right? Nope. The gate is not up. This is the trash room, the dump, in other words. When this is all over, I'd love to toss Monokuma in there and get rid of him forever. It's a switch that raises and lowers the gate. I don't have the key to open it, but I don't have a reason to go inside anyway. So I don't have a reason to go inside there, I guess. Even though I don't like when it gives me random Monokuma coins for bullshit. Okay. There's a couple of places that I want to obviously check. What about the main hall? That big old fucking door. The big old door not open? The entrance is still blocked by that giant metal slab. Oh, this is the entrance of the school. Oh, I'm dumb as hell. Of course that's the entrance of the school. So second floor dorms. What was locked? I can't even remember really what was locked. Library wasn't locked. Archives wasn't locked because you've been in there. Big old fucking third floor. Biolab for sure. I remember that the biolab was for sure locked. These two fucking classrooms don't mean shit. This art lab. Oh, I think the only two things were like the data center room, the data center fucking room, which we will check right now actually, and then the biolab. Do you want to see what the hell this is? Hello, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it because it might explode, right? And that really sucked. So you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Let's fucking blow ourselves up, dude. Boom! Okay, I guess I'll open it. Boom! Oh, no. Oh, wait. Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Boom! Holy fuck, no way! There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place looks totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Bro, is this where you control fucking Monokuma at? There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it looks kind of like a mech cockpit, right? Ifumi probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking around at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The one that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of the room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one that she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Hi, Monokuma. Is he just about to be booling, bruh? Did I just hear what I think I heard? He is just chilling right there. Is that Monokuma? Look at him. Look. Hey. Grah! Grah! Give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina? What? Oh, man. Busted. How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it. Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. That means Mukuro was using it, bro. Whoa! Hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, pfft. What do you mean? What were you were just controlling right just now? It was Monokuma. Monokuma? What? For real? Yep. It looks like that control panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this floor. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the other monitors. In other words,
Hey.
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right.
But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right?
I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true,
it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. And the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student?
no, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Oh, well, it's just, this is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something?
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true.
So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. We can't waste all of our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going?
Yeah.
Trapdoor, I want to see what this trapdoor is.
What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Bruh. Click. As soon as the door to the day center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
Ah, the door. It just locked on its own.
What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right. It's locked. But why?
Of course it's locked, but because the data center is now restricted.
Somebody. Monokuma?
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit, because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving.
Then that room.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So right now you're being operated by somebody in that room?
Correctamundo.
But that doesn't make
any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone.
Oh, you didn't, did you?
Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been?
The trap door, nigga.
Did you happen to check a suspicious trap?
No way. The hatch on the floor? I meant to say hatch.
Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Bro, I literally went in there and checked it the first thing. Tried to check it before I left. And then...
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the room, out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Then, when I said we should leave...
Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again. Hey, okay, I'm out. See you later.
Hina took off in a full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Alright. Oh, the headmaster's room too. They said it was in complete fucking disarray though. It sure as fuck is in disarray. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto. It's you. Oh, Byakuya. Alright, give us a rundown, dork. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on the top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78, student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently,
words,
class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room?
I see.
That's right. It also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers, there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way that the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to leave as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words,
when it comes to this profile, there's more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems like some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us with such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. That's what she looks like, though. I was wondering what she fucking looked like, but I guess there's like a bit of a picture right there. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all, but if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now, but wouldn't that mean that Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means that the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was. What's wrong, Makoto? Huh? You seem to be lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78? That should be strong enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 30, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me like if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll want to make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance that the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bowl section of your handbook. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice? For me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along. She's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Oh boy. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. There's a camera unit here too. Even in the headmaster's room there's a surveillance camera. Class number 78, student register. Apparently, that's us. It has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Start Hopes P. Mukuro Ikusaba, part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? These are like the same trophies. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Is this really it? Nothing else? Even in the headmaster room, there's a monitor. That might actually come into play, but... Alright, well, that's that. Chemistry room is all checked out. Because of, like, fucking, like, 2 arcs ago or whatever. We have the garden to check out because that's where the murder happened. And the dojo. But... we have not been to this biolab that says either raw or war on it, depending on how you look at it. Holy fuck, it is frozen. It looks like literally fucking Saw. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? I mean, bro, like, look at the there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. Is this a fucking morgue? And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. That's what I'm saying. This looks like a fucking morgue. Is that everyone else? Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Ay, Dios mío, brother. I don't know about that. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethanol gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know that the automatic systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? None of them are red, are they? No. No way these are fucking organs over there. This is a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of these lately. A lot of these things lately. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. I'm surprised that the surveillance camera here can work with how cold it is in here. This is one of those fridges they put dead bodies in. I've seen them on crime shows and stuff. Does that mean everyone who's dead, who's died, they're all in this little room? What if I check this side? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall, and on the left side there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Biolab secret has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it is set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean each slot lit up in blue. Another one of the victims is blue light biolab lights. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Well, that's the biolab. There it is. I'm pretty sure that's it for all the rooms that were locked. So it's time to go back to the fucking garden and check the dojo after that as well. Well, she's gone. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? can only go into the shed. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not here either, then it must be. Could it be in the biolab? But the corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in the other case, so I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means that the killer might have left some clues behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab? Then this originally came from the Biolab. Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. It's that pickaxe. On the handle it says Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Strange. I don't think that there's anything else here. It's the fertilizer. It's that fertilizer. Did they use this to help the Monokuma flower grow? Either way, it's not related to the case. There's hoes. There are all kinds of different gardening tools. Is there anything that sticks out about them? No matter how hard I look, I don't see anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything. So where is Mukuro's body? Where in the world is Mukuro Ikusaba? That's all I really need to check here. What are you doing here, Toko? Oh, Toko. So this is where you were.
What do you want?
She said it for me, fuck it. Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there's any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Yeah. Fuck that. I'm still gonna look around. I got me fucked up. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. We found a clue in here, but it was just a mastermind attempting to frame Kyoko. I can totally imagine Sakura out here using this to train. Oh, I guess there really isn't anything here. Oh boy. Ding dong, ding dong.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASAP possible.
What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? I want to see what the fuck he's got to say to you. What are you doing, Yashiro? Oh, hey, Hiro. Whoa, Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Whoo! Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. This is getting fucking wild, dude. It's endgame. It's endgame. It's endgame. It's endgame. There it is. Here we go. It's just me. It's just Makoto.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Oh, fuck off. Dude. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. Where is Makoto at? Makoto's not behind somebody, is he? Wait, is he behind... Is he behind Hiro and fucking Sakura? It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Host Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but... There's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikusaba? Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one that's not here. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember even taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Host Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture. But what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in this picture. Everyone else is in this picture. Is fucking Makoto the mastermind? I thought everyone was like me, and I didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? You're kind of getting in the way of standing there, you know. So, I mean, get out! But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it! Group photo's been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh fuck. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that even count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? How did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear this up. Where is everyone, first and foremost? Byakuya's in the archive? Was Byakuya even in that fucking picture? Wait. I don't think I saw Byakuya in that picture. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He was over to the right. Just being a fucking... Dude, is Makoto the mastermind and just is like... Are we getting fucking like... What's it called? Fight Clubbed. Like, are we getting Fight Clubbed right now, dude? Is Makoto just like alter fucking ego and just fucking like split personality? Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. What is going the fuck on? Hero didn't want nothing to do with me. Byakuya didn't want nothing to do with me. Now it's time to see Hina and Kyoko, right? Well, we're gonna go back to go see what the fuck. Was Yashihiro in that picture too? Or am I tripping? I think everyone literally was in that picture besides me. Yeah. Everyone was in that picture besides Makoto. Oh, oops. I don't need to check these fucking chickens. Oops. Hey, Hiro. Makoto. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, freak out like that. No, sorry, but I am in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me, like he was afraid of me. Why? Dog, what the fuck? No way! Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. She's in the fucking bio lab just bullying with all these fucking dead bodies over here, dude. Raw. I decided to visit the bio lab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her, passed out again. Huh? Toko. Hey, yo! Chill! Who's out? It's open. Oh, but Toko. Nah, bro, who's out? Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? Oh, fuck. Yeah, for sure. Ugh! It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? Was I asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were just standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay. So why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo, bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No. It's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But all you want to know right now is where's my little darling? Tell me right now, or I'll slit your throat. All I want to know. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Toko shot off, her eerie laugh echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. How about the nigga who's literally just half out right now? Looking at this, I can't help but notice. This seems important, but first, I'm trying to click on this. The fridge, it's open, but I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worried. No, you don't have to apologize. But listen, about this room. Oh yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she'd faint?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear. I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. We don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea. Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong? Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's corpse is inside the fridge? Just like every other one, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the investigation. I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? Wait over where? I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to ask you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason why he'd give us a hint at this point was to be confused or to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. Okay, well this is just the same thing. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. I can't leave with the things... Bruh, wait. Where am I supposed to wait at? At the desk? I've already looked through this instruction manual. More importantly... On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. But these ones aren't. It would seem that the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? BioLight's lab has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Ah, it's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said BioLab. That's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got in it from the BioLab and took over from there. Tarp has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they're slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means that neither one of those were the fatal injury, right? Then, what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with 2 other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only option is the other wounds, but the file said that they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say that they were old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma files is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference?
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they gave.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it seem like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But all we've got is the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way there could have been anything to do with it.
So then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? Huh?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as
in
they
other
can.
words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
hey,
So, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and her weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get that all right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case, without a doubt, is Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
then,
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still, you really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So
I
then,
think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad once since you got here? What?
so
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the
Indeed.
dorms? I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you'd need to have the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook,
I see.
the one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine these lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
if that's
Could that
true,
mean that video is real too then? Video?
Makoto,
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might have been worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can... That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? And it says, class number 78, urgent interviews.
So
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
anyway,
I don't have any time to explain exactly what I think of it means, so you just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen it before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words,
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of that, the mastermind.
However,
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind, and that is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burn with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the master. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness. So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's no understanding it, I guess. She let a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So, that's it for my rambling. There's still so much to do before I consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
hey,
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to that AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Well, sadly, I think that's going to call it for us. This episode got 2 hours long, and that was a stretch. I was trying to get this investigation done pretty quickly, but man, I don't think it really matters though, because honestly, we're at the end of the game, so these episodes are probably just going to be probably a bit beefier on the end of it anyway, because we're still not even done investigating. So depending on what happens next time around, we'll probably investigate and then just have the class trial just all in once, and then the rest of the game will happen. So hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever time it is. And whenever y'all come back, we'll be really, truly, honest to God, in the real home stretch of everything. So, hell yeah. See you all later. Bye.